Welcome back, guys, to another video on the channel. I have just come back from watching Sheffield United 0, West Ham United 1. A huge 3 points for West Ham, and it is a huge 3 points in terms of our season, because going from the opening fixtures and the fixtures that we probably did not expect to pick up some points from, it would have been typical West Ham had we gone into the fixtures against Fulham, against Sheffield United, and now Aston Villa next week, that we would probably slip up, and all that hard work against the other teams, the teams that we really shouldn't be picking up points against, would be all for nothing. But guys, let's get into the starting 11. Same starting 11 that's been pretty much been playing, you know, every single week so far this season. Same back five: Fabianski, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Masuaku, Balbuena, Soufal. Holding midfielders of Souček and Declan Rice. Bowen, Haller in for Antonio. Again, Antonio wasn't fit to make the bench. And me personally, I said before the game that I would not have risked Antonio. And then Fornals on the left-hand side. But let's just talk about the news that Antonio wasn't even on the bench for today's game. And for me, I wouldn't have risked him. He has been training all week. But because of the congested fixture list that West Ham are going to have in the next couple of weeks, whilst we do have Aston Villa next week, we are going to be facing a tough schedule, and a similar schedule as to what clubs are already experiencing, the top clubs anyway, in terms of a game pretty much every couple of days. And for me, Antonio, now we've grinded out that 1-0 win. For me, it was 100% a decision that was justified by David Moyes, and 100% the right decision, because it would have been typical West Ham that we rushed Antonio back. We've done it so many times in the past where we have rushed Antonio back and he has got a more lengthy hamstring injury. So for me, thank God that he did not play and Haller produced the goods. However, this game, especially the first half, was a game of, you know, whilst the first 15-20 minutes, especially on Haller's part, Haller was atrocious the first 15-20 minutes. He doesn't do the same job as Antonio by running into the channels, dragging defenders out to wide places. However, what you've got to judge him on is how he holds the ball up. And every single time we get the ball, it bounced straight back off him, right? And we'd lose possession. The amount of times that he would do that in the first 15 or 20 minutes, I know, I was just thinking it's going to be one of those days, you know, we'd look lacklustre in attack, Haller wouldn't get involved, or his hold-up play is just not good. However, as the game sort of grew, we did have quite a few chances. Fornals puts in a cross for Haller, who does a good knockdown, and Souček has an opportunity to square the ball back to Bowen. However, he does decide to shoot on the half volley, which you could probably understand. The ball is coming over his shoulder. He may not see that, that sideways pass, that cutback pass for Jarrod Bowen to make it 1-0. He does take the shot and it does go wide. And it is those, you know, pivotal moments in games that we do need to improve on as a team, as a collective, because we saw it with Fornals against Liverpool. He should have cut the ball back for Bowen. Should have cut the ball back for Bayern. We would have been 2-1 up at Anfield. Now, Souček, if he did see him, right, and he decided to shoot, he should have cut the ball back. Bayern was there for another tap-in, and that would have put a little bit of calmness on the whole result kind of thing. However, Sheffield United, whilst we were sort of growing into the game, they were capitalising on some, you know, on some space on the left-hand side that was being left by Masuaku when he would go forward. And whilst, apart from, you know, a couple of shots, like a header from McBurney that was near the edge of the box, that half volley, they weren't really what I would call clear-cut chances. You know what I mean? I'm talking about chances like Haller in the second half when the ball got pulled back. They were sort of half chances. You know, chances that you would expect Fabianski to save. They're a very good height for him, and he did make those comfortable saves. The only other thing was that Sheffield United did have a set piece that was that hit the post. However, McGoldrick and McBurney, again, I think it was Sander Berge, were offside, so wouldn't have counted. Anyway, into the second half, guys. Into the second half, and I don't even know really what happened. The ball ended up to Fornals on the edge of the box. And he ends up having a block shot. And it just comes to Sebastian Haller. And what it felt like, it was one of those shots that I do in real life sometimes. You're a bit pissed off. You're a bit angry. Maybe the game's not going your way, so you just absolutely lump it. And that is what Sebastian Haller did. He absolutely lumped it into the top corner. The goalkeeper did get a slight hand to it, but not a strong enough hand to divert it away from goal. And Sebastian Haller put us 1-0 up. But the thing that I wanted to talk about defensively, I thought Ogbonna was absolutely fantastic again. Deserved man in the match. What a turnaround he has been the last 18 months. He's been absolutely exceptional, and I'm so glad that he was available to play, because there were signs that he might not have been fit. However, he did turn it around during the week in training, and he was starting, and he was a deserved man of the match. Declan Rice was absolutely fantastic in midfield. Thomas Soucek was absolutely fantastic. Fabianski was very good in goal, done exactly what he had to do. Whilst, as I said, Sheffield United did have some opportunities, apart from the McBurney, which I would say is a clear-cut chance, an example of a clear-cut chance, when he went through on goal and hit the bar. A lot of Sheffield United's chances were sort of half chances, shots that Sheffield United would have, but you would expect Fabianski to save them, which he did. So generally, we did defend very well, and we limited Sheffield United shooting chances to only one clear-cut chance with McBurney when he went through and hit the crossbar. But the only thing that I want to talk about that, for West Ham and what we need to improve on as a team is just sort of that killer instinct. We have to be more ruthless in front of goal. Times where Declan Rice was carrying the ball, he played not a fantastic ball, but he played a nice sideways pass to Masuaku, who cuts the ball back. And Haller, he goes with the side of his foot, but it looks like he didn't know whether he wanted to trap the ball and then shoot with his left foot, or he wanted to, shoot first time. And it's just killer instincts like that. The first half with Jarrod Bowen, I didn't actually touch upon. A fantastic ball from Fornals that got played over the top to Jarrod Bowen. And Jarrod Bowen, he uses his strength. Jarrod Bowen, to be honest, is not actually the quickest player. He's quicker than Fornals, but he's not rapid, you know what I mean? He's got a little bit of pace about him, but he bullies the Sheffield United defender. And for me, this is where we need to improve on as a team. We need to improve our decision-making when it comes to the final ball. For me, he should have played the ball back to Haller. Haller was running onto the ball. Maybe Haller could have slowed his run, just so it would have been easier for Bowen to just pass the ball into his stride, and he can maybe hit it whilst running onto the ball. However, Bowen waits, and he's indecisive. He doesn't know whether he wants to use the defender as a guide to wrap it into the corner or pull it near post. He goes near post. However, it was a block from the defender, and it goes out for a corner kick. And in the second half, Fornals, Declan Rice, fantastic in the middle, wins a tackle against Ethan Ampadu. And Fornals is in a lot of space on the left-hand side. And for me personally, from a left-hand-sided player who's right-footed, he's just got to use the outside of his right foot and pull it into Haller's path. Haller is standing in the middle of the goal, pretty much, or in the middle of the pitch, just on the D area. No one's marking him. You've got John Egan, who's going out to put pressure to Fornals, and he decides to check back inside and play the inside ball to Bowen, who then takes a touch, who could have easily shot, but then tries and takes it round one too many players, and it does go out for a goal kick or a corner kick. We lose possession, whatever it was. However, that is just where I feel like West Ham need to improve on. We need to improve on our, just our killer instinct, our final ball, our decision making, because it has in the past, and it has already this season, come back to bite us on the arse. Like I said, with Fornals against Liverpool, should have cut the ball back for Bowen. Soucek should have cut the ball back to Bowen again. Bowen should have cut the ball back to Haller. It's just little things like that. If we make the better decision in the moment, then we can kill off a game sooner rather than later. Because, probably just like you guys, it's 1-0. We've had many chances. Declan Rice has hit the bar. Obviously, as the game is just approaching its end, it is very common for the opposition to have a little bit more of the ball as we sit back, try and soak up pressure. And I just thought, you know what, West Ham, please do not concede a 90th minute goal. Because whilst Sheffield United, I said they had their chances, apart from that Ollie McBurney clear-cut chance that hit the underside of the crossbar, we nullified them very, very well into only having really half chances in and around the edge of the box, like a header and a half volley from McBurney. So we did very well in aspects, and I thought West Ham, just do not concede, because we have had some very good chances, and however, we did not put them away. Now, Saad Benrahma didn't come on. Maybe it was very telling. Well, I'm not sure if very telling is the right word, actually, but Lanzini comes on in about the 80th minute or 78th minute for 4 hours. He comes off. Lanzini has been training. Obviously, he has not been called up for a while for the Argentina squad, because he just has, the form's just not been there to warrant an Argentina call up. So Lanzini comes on instead of Fornals, and my question was, well, why? I wanted to see Benrahma. I feel like there was a couple of times that in the passage of play, whilst it was only 1-0, there was very good examples, to counter-attack with Bowen, with Fornells, and we just slow the game. We're just being a little bit too cautious in possession. And I just thought, go on, West Ham, kill the game. The space is there, kill the game. And I was crying out for Benrahma. He brings on Lanzini. Benrahma doesn't actually get any minutes today. Maybe that is because, obviously, before playing for Algeria midweek, you know, it does require a lot of travelling, and maybe just felt, you know, it was something they didn't have to risk him. So no side Benrahma. I probably wouldn't read too much. I would probably just say that he's played a lot of minutes, you know, for Algeria over international break, travelling a lot, obviously because of, you know, the destinations they've got to travel to, and he probably just felt, you know what, he doesn't need to play, give him a rest, which it was fine. I can understand that, but I just would like to have seen Benrahma just to try and get some killer instinct. However, guys, the defence is fantastic. It does look like we're grinding out wins. Our next game is Aston Villa at home. I said if we could pick up 7 points realistically, we should be trying to pick up 7 points. However, we picked up a 1-0 scrappy win against Fulham, and we did not play well, in my opinion. I don't think that game either team played well. Today, I felt we played. I felt we played generally very well in, you know, in passages of the game. First 15-20 minutes, I don't think we held the ball well, especially Sebastian Haller didn't hold the ball up too well. However, he was the man today. He got the goal, fantastic. But I just thought generally the back five was very, very good. Couple times Masuaku could give the ball away, but that is the risk you kind of have with sort of a, you know, flamboyant left wing back, someone who, you know, expresses themselves on the ball. However, generally the team was very, 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 very good. As I said, Declan Rice, Souček, very, very good in the middle of the park. Nullified Sheffield United. And we could get the 1-0 win. Moving on to Aston Villa next week. I said if we can get 7 points, we've got 6. Can we go to can Aston Villa come to us and try and stop us, shall I say? They're very inconsistent at the moment. Beating Arsenal 3-0 away. Then they go and lose at home to Brighton, whilst Brighton are a good team. I just feel like that next week, if we can stop the threat of Jack Grealish, Barkley got injured, we could come away with 9 points out of 9, in my opinion, which, to be honest, you've got to give credit where credit's due. David Moyes, okay? He is getting the results. We're playing a decent style of football as well. We are creating chances. It's just being, making the right decision at the right time, and we could probably score a lot more goals. But guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Make sure you drop a like if you support West Ham. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you support West Ham. This is a West Ham fan channel. Sorry for no content over the international break. You know, what was there really much to talk about? Declan Rice scoring his first international goal, maybe. However, I just wanted to talk about West Ham. Not really about England. But guys, thank you for watching the video. Come on, you Irons.